concern at this hour over a possible outbreak of a mystery virus. The coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
I mandated all restaurants and bars close their dine-in facilities, and I asked all non-essential businesses to close.
What we're all asking in all of our states is actually for people not to travel.
I had hoped for voluntary compliance. Unfortunately, we have not seen full compliance.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
You know, we all are blessed to have freedoms in our country, but with freedom comes responsibility. And right now, that means following these orders and guidance.
Fines will double for travelers refusing to wear masks.
We must all be diligent in wearing masks all the time.
His administration is mandating vaccines for 100 million Americans.
And your refusal has cost all of us.
I will be working with local officials, permitting authorities, and others to enforce mandatory closures.
Dr. Levine says green doesn't mean return to normal.
As the president put it yesterday, you should be prepared to pay if you don't wear a mask.
And so the way to decrease the amount of variants that we would see would be to increase our vaccination program in the United States and to increase the vaccination programs across the world.
It's still critically important that people wear masks. Really, the most important issue is to get vaccinated and to get boosted.
And other non-life critical businesses are to cease operations of their physical locations by 8 p.m. tonight, with enforcement to begin Saturday.
Are you okay with Wolf saying that you can or can't work? No! He said some of you are essential, non-essential. Are you okay with that?
No! Restaurants and bars must cease all dine-in activities, or they face citations, fines, or license suspensions.
After 30 years in the Army and serving in Iraq and Afghanistan and elsewhere, that we have to fight for our basic rights in Pennsylvania. Are you okay with that? No. I'm not okay with that. What you swore your oath on, it's to the people, not to the governor. I want this governor off my back and out of my wallets. How about you? He needs to go.
We have a movement here, a movement that wants to take back our freedoms and rights and the fight for all that's precious to us here. They're the freedoms that we've taken for granted for so many years because they've always been there.
Patriots and heroes are those who stand against tyranny, who stand against non-constitutional violations of our rights. I stand with those people who stand for freedom.
Here's a letter from the governor asking for the resignation of the Secretary of Health. Where's the governor?
I reject this language of conditioning us a new normal. Are you going to accept a new normal? I don't know who he thinks he is.
But if my words make it law, so be it. It's like, no, Governor, 6 years in office and you don't know how bills become law. They're voted on in the House and Senate and then delivered to you for signature.
That's one of the great traits of any leader, that you lead from the front by example. We are American. These freedoms and rights have been fought for at a great sacrifice across the generations and centuries. This is our time. This is our period. We say no to dictatorial powers and we say yes to freedom. Walk as free men and women. You'll ask me the hard questions, but you're the little softballs to Levine. And so, the Declaration of Independence promised each of you the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Who gives that to you? God? Well, the governor thinks he can give that to you. And if the governor giveth, he can take it away. I say no. No!
Blessing and wisdom and discernment to return to our country. We need God to pour His Spirit upon our country and our leaders. We're praying every night that God will soften the heart of our governor who's turned a blind eye towards us.
Galatians 6:9 says, "Grow not weary doing good, because in due time you'll reap a harvest." I ask you to walk as a free person. Choose life. It's a choice. We will lose everything if we stand aside. We've been called together for such a time as this. Together we will win our liberty. Together we'll secure our freedom.
Walk as free men and women.